Hi. Get ready with me. Hi. So many of you guys ask me all the time, Carissa, why do you put blush so heavy when you start your makeup? And how come it doesn't look like that at the end of your videos? And it's something as simple as this is underpaint. I love using underpaint, not just when I'm doing my makeup, but also when I'm painting. Every artist is different. Every artist has a different base color that they like to use. Me specifically, all of my paintings are a reddish color that I mix together for depending on what I'm making, but I just love red underpaint for me personally. And when I'm doing my makeup, I apply that same contrast to my face. For me, I have always been very insecure about my dark circles, which you can't see right now because I put a cream underneath my eyes that brightened it. But when I have absolutely no makeup, no lotions, nothing on, I have dark circles. It's hereditary. I am also very anemic. Like, there's all of these factors against it. So, for me to contrast that dark circle look, I use a red underpaint. I always like this color. I am an artist with Saint. I have an affiliate website with through them. So, if you guys have seen me use these so many times, I am obsessed with this brand. I've been using them for over almost 3 years now. They have really cool compacts that you can purchase and put all your makeup in. This one, I have my eyeshadows, but it does have a second where if I'm traveling and I want to take my eyeshadows with me, I can stick the tins in here and it just goes into my carry-on and I'm good. Um, this one I have more of like all of my different um, shades that I've used. As you can tell, I use it a lot. I need to put it back together. That's embarrassing. But these are a lot of all the different shades that I've used throughout the year because if you don't know, your makeup changes. Some of my lighter, these are usually like what I end up with at the end of my thing. And then here are my darker colors. Today I'm using saffron for my underpaint and it's in my bio. I have a meeting with my son today, so I'm just going to do a quick look. I did Zion, Stardust, Rome. This one is, I forgot what the name of it is. Stay Golden. See, and they just pop in and out of these things. And You Complete Me. Real quick, very easy look. Today I'm going to do a contour because I feel puffy. I'm using Stone and then I used my Bella bronzer just on the cheeks and I'm going to blend that in. Now I put the foundation colors all over my face. I'm using Athens and Sandy and I just put it all over. As I blend it in, I remember when I first started digital marketing, I was so terrified of doing it. I felt like I wasn't enough. I felt like I just didn't have enough to do this. I mean, my body dysmorphia was like off the charts. It was wild. But there was some positive things as I started putting myself out there. I realized one, no one's as critical as you think you are. You're the one that is the most critical of yourself because you're the one that realizes that you're filming on your iPhone or that you don't know how to edit or that you have this blemish or this insecurity. None of you guys even knew that I was insecure about my dark circles until I pointed them out. I always fill in my eyebrows with an angled brush and the Contour Indigo works for me. It's almost like that Anastasia Beverly Hills look. One of the sayings that I absolutely hated when I first started was fake it till you make it. I was not very good at that. I was not very good at pretending to be something that I'm not as much as I tried and tried and tried. I really didn't like it. One thing that did stick to me once was a preacher named T.D. Jakes had said in a sermon that I had listened to, that he said, dress for where you're going and not where you've been. And that was super significant for me because I wasn't faking it. In fact, I was switching my energy to, I'm focused on where I want to be, and I'm going to position myself to become that version of myself. Become, what would that version of myself do? What would that version of myself say? What would that version of myself be? What are their habits like? What do they, who is that person, and how do I attain her? And so that was a big mind shift for me, because I really didn't like that whole idea of faking it till you make it, because I didn't want to lie to people about who I am. And that just gave me so much anxiety. Plus, there's absolutely no proof that there is success in that. Every person who fakes it till they makes it, they don't grow as a person, and they end up staying exactly where they were. Ultimately, what that meant for me was I was going to use every resource that I had to really produce what I knew I wanted out of my life. So I downloaded a free app. It was before Spotify transferred their creators app. I used an app called Anchor that I was able to use my phone and speak into it and do what I was, record my podcasts. Was it the most top of the line podcast any person has ever heard? No. But what was I saying? That was what really was important? Absolutely. What I had to say was more important than the way that it was presented or fancy or whatever, because I had to use with what I had. If you're constantly limiting yourself from what you don't have, you'll never accomplish your goals. You'll never accomplish what you want to be, and you'll never end up becoming the person that you really wanted to become. And so for me, because I didn't have a lot of money when I first started, I was not working. I had, you know, the I had just gotten divorced. I had two young boys, and I had a dream in my heart of becoming a writer and a speaker one day. And then that evolved to, all I had time for was, I was working as an educator for first starting as a paraprofessional for visually impaired and working my way up in that sphere, and then becoming a librarian, and then getting sick, and life happened, and I needed the resources to survive. And for me, it was affiliate marketing and what I had, social media and a podcast. Did I become an instant sensation? Absolutely not. Am I a billionaire or even remotely a thousandaire because of this? Absolutely not, because there was so many moments in my life where I held myself back because of that, just that dysmorphia of imposter syndrome, and feeling like I wasn't enough, and I was seeing all of these people and these creators that had all of these big contracts, and they were able to produce these big giant, you know, productions for their podcast, being able, cameras and all this, and big people coming, and all of these different things that I didn't have. And it stopped me, really. It put a blockage on really what I wanted out of my life. The fact of the matter is, I still don't have a lot. I still only have my iPhone, my paper, my pencils, my voice, my makeup, my face, the things that I am so insecure about. I guarantee there's other women out there, or other men, who are also insecure about. The fact of the matter is you don't have to fake it to make it. But if you guarantee to be consistent with yourself and constantly putting yourself out, you don't need all of the amazing tools that you think you need to really put yourself out there. If you don't have internet service, go somewhere that does. I used to sit in my car and make videos all the time because I didn't have internet service. I would just go find free services and just sit there and do what I had to do. I'm not telling you that everything I've done is amazing and wonderful, clearly, but what I can say is I'm encouraging you that this year, don't let imposter syndrome hold you back. Utilize the resources that you have, because your voice matters, your art matters, your thoughts matter, and you were given a purpose for a reason. So don't be afraid. There is someone out there who needs to know your story. All you have to do is put yourself out there and believe in yourself. I love you. Bye.